Hello and welcome to any other update video about XRP. At the XRP chart, we are still inside the universal larger sideways range. A couple of days in the past, the market obviously declined strongly, but all it did became the fee moved from the pinnacle of the variety, the 340 degree, to the 196 structural help that we mentioned in preceding updates. I emphasize the importance of this level pretty sometimes. It's no longer the lower stop of the variety universal. We can basically see this market as, in a selection. However, there are two levels, you could say, or an extensive variety and a tighter variety. The wide range goes all of the way right down to principal assist. I imply there is a main help place right here at 113. I can sincerely flow or zoom out a touch bit similarly. Then you spot that that is shown on the long-term chart. Around $1.13, we ought to likely pass it a bit higher. I assume that makes sense with the last excessive that formed now at $3.40. We can say that support on the bigger time frame is now at 120. If that is the case, then we have a massive range positioned between $3.40 and 120. 120, 130, don't be so focused on just like the cent amount. Because you have extraordinary exchanges, there is probably barely one of a kind. Whilst there may be a truly risky promote-off, the charge might barely cross under that level or inside the above. It's no longer even saying we check that stage. It is greater, approximately seeing it as a variety. It's far a trading variety, you may see it like that. So if the charge dips nearer toward 120, you can acquire, however manifestly you have to ensure that your roll length calculations are correct, and based on that 120 degree. And then because the fee goes better, you could have a look at perhaps promoting closer to 340, buying once more, selling. This is just a selection trading opportunity. So I'm not telling you the fee will stay on this range all the time, but it is possible it will stay in it for some time after the immediate 1, 2 setup, an upside breakout setup, hasn't materialized. There can always be a brand new upside breakout strive. But I'm announcing we need to recognition at the now, we focus on the present, and at the moment the fee is in a variety. So the 120 stage is prime support for a much broader wave for correction K. So that is simply whatever we are doing right here. You already know the rate desires to keep above 120 to maintain the overall bullish expectancies alive. But then we've a smaller range. And why do I say a smaller range? Well, due to the fact the $1.96 stage has supplied help because the start of December, see the charge tested it early December several times. And then now here once more in February, yes, the rate dropped slightly below that stage. However, it turned into not a sustained ruin. And whilst the price hit that level, for sure it went barely under, but straight away recovered. This is the level. Whilst customers came in and it drove the rate like 50 to 60%. Better again, all of the way up to $2.80 within, I imply. Within no longer even 10 hours, I suppose. Pretty tons on the spot, pretty an awful lot right away. So we are still in this variety, and it is up to you which of them barriers you want to apply. I'm just pronouncing there may be a selection buying and selling opportunity. That's pretty a strong one. And if we speak about the shorter time frame, then the price seems to begin a capacity pullback right here. Okay, there are two situations I'm monitoring. A without delay, bullish, one in yellow, and the only with a wider wave for correction wherein we have to bear in mind assist at 120s. However, in the short time period, we are able to watch if the fee can break out immediately. It is a possibility. I need to boost a few concerns due to the fact the rally from the Monday low seems to be corrective. And because it's miles corrective, we have to be on the side of caution. It ought to, without difficulty, just be the A wave, for instance. Then we do a B wave pullback, and a C wave rally. Essentially, as I stated, it's a range. It's much less predictive. But what I need to communicate is that the only $1.95 level is now guide $1.95 to $2.35 is short time period. Help for the contemporary pullback now. Has absolutely a pullback commenced? Difficult to say. Early symptoms, I might say, for some sort of a pullback. I would need to look a rec below the previous swing low right here at 248 for similarly confirmation that we've got clearly started a few form of a pullback. And then glaringly, a direct breakout better is viable. This would be within the yellow state of affairs, and this will ought to be a diagonal structure. I simply want to elevate worries that this rally appears to be corrective. So the fast-term outlook is a bit uncertain, but we have a completely clean short time period help vicinity to watch. And underneath this, it is the 120 degree that becomes relevant. So short-term support between $1.95 and that through the manner aligns with the red line and 235s. That's the update about XRP. I desire you appreciated the replace. If you probably did, please hit the like button, go away a remark and subscribe. And if you certainly like the content, then please take a look at the channel membership. Also ensure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for added content.